Share a memorable experience in group exercise with a student or in a class or seminar.
That's easy for me. That was the very first time I worked out with you guys. It was during the winter, and I came up with my friend Jeremiah to come and visit you all. And you guys, we had a meal, and then it was like, all right, it's time to work out. Well, actually, I guess we worked out before the meal, but and you guys all went outside in the snow. It was like, all right, everyone take shoes off. It was like, what? But it's snow on the ground. And my buddy and I were just like looking at each other and like, is this serious? Are we going to go play in the snow in bare feet? But we went out there, and I learned if you moved your feet just a little bit, you kind of wiggle into the mud and it wouldn't be quite as cold. But that was just always really memorable to me. It's like that was the thing that started that whole journey, was barefoot in the snow.
I Mine would probably be the first time I had another instructor as a student, and I was just so painfully aware of, well, every word you say and every correction I mean, it's like, you know more than me. I can't teach you. So that's actually a really good way to learn how to teach. But that was one of my most prominent memories of teaching, was just that feeling of utter panic, and you're just standing there with a smile, like, I don't, okay, sure. And just getting through that, and then it was no big deal. But yeah,
that's how. We've done that to everybody.
Yeah,
there's definitely I had a couple baton passing moments while teaching. T, do you want to go and take over from here? I think you have a really good way of explaining this. I'm all out here. The tank's empty.
The one I really stood out with always was the young gentleman who had the acrylic ball.
He's cool. I think his name was Sean.
And then I like the we had a student who wanted us to go cut fruit with swords, and that was the first time that I remember being invited to do that. And I was like, that was cool. I mean, yeah, I mean, just nice. Joe, remember him and his girlfriend? Really sweet.
Do you remember the guy who used to lift dumpsters?
Dumpsters. He had the braid that go all around his neck. I was so jealous.
He was a very wiry individual.
He was stout, very, very pleasant.
Very gentle almost, but he would go and lift dumpsters.
Always looking for a workout, yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's new. That was one of those.
Well, we just drove by and there with the backpack, just working. I was like, yeah, here we go. That's a way to work on your environment.
Those things aren't light.
Yeah, I remember Kim. She was the one that had her little daughter that would come. God, her daughter was so cute.
She'd go and color
Join us for tea. And then she was the one that.
She had all the makeup on.
Yeah, so cute. But she went to her doctor and she grew an inch after doing classes, and because she had changed her posture.
She had hunched over, yeah.
So significantly that she grew an inch. I always thought that was pretty, I mean, for me, that was tactile. I was like, wow, you grew an inch. That's cool, you know?
Did you change shoes? You get, maybe you got heels?
And I would say my seminars, again, with you, and with Rana and with Chair, when we would go to Topeka and we did the self-defense classes, and that was probably, I think, my first self-defense class. And
Tyson?
Oh, Tyson was great, but no, that's not the girl. The little one, Evie, I think was her name. She was like 10 or 9 and really wasn't supposed to be in the class. And we had to really work with her because she really needed it, and we recognized that. But it was really a challenge. We had a room full of adults and we had a young girl. And I just remember that was one of the opportunities for me to learn about how to be really able to defend yourself, like personal space and emotion and all of that that's kind of balled up inside you, and still be able to teach and be very present and aware for the people at that time. You guys were great about that, actually. And although unfortunately I didn't realize it at the time, but Chair would play awful music to get me, ready to be defensive all the way to Topeka, and we always hit storms. It was, I mean, it was the worst.
We would carpool, and I think it'd just be rap. I mean, because I would be so excited, and I was just getting in the zone.
I was like, it's all right, you're gonna do this, you're gonna be good.
I would
Make her dance in the car.
And
And
I
then
would,
when she just leave me alone, I don't
I was
wanna
like-
go.
I was like, and your head bob begins now. Yeah.
And just start getting into it, so, yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
that was probably my most challenging personal growth experiences within a seminar.